How's it going there, music maker? My name's Hayes Griffin, and in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at an exercise that's geared toward improving your right hand accuracy when you're jumping between different strings. Today's exercise is solely focused on skipping the distance of two strings, meaning, say we're going from our low E string to our D string. So we're going to be doing this exercise with sixths in the left hand, and it's going to be kind of a finger twister, so you might want to be working on both of these kind of left hand and right hand phenomenon separately, but we'll get into that later. Before we dive into this lesson though, if you haven't had a chance, hit that subscribe button below and the bell notification button. That way you'll get updates whenever we upload a new lesson here to the Mandolin Secrets channel. Also, if you're interested in kind of tools to enhance your educational experience, like PDFs of the tablature and sheet music, backing tracks, and other goodies, check out the link below to the Mandolin Secrets Guitar Club. Okay, my friend, let's break this exercise down a little bit. You saw a bit of it in the intro footage here, but I want to say that we're actually juggling two pretty complex things. We're dealing with sixths in our left hand. So if you're not familiar with playing your major scale in this way, we're working with the G major scale today, first off, but we're taking the first note that we start with and going up 6 tones in the scale, and those are the notes that we're using to kind of do this string skipping exercise. The reason I chose sixths is because it's a pretty common kind of guitar bit of vocabulary. You'll hear a lot of rock guitar players, country guitar players, blues guys use this kind of thing. Those are all sixths right there. So this exercise is going to get your left hand in shape for that kind of thing, but it's also going to work on your right hand accuracy for jumping between strings. This is something that's really crucial if you're going to dive into flat pick styles per se, or even jazz playing, anything. We're going to be jumping strings in whatever style we use, so it's good to kind of get that muscle memory nice and fluid in our right hand. Okay, before I get too long-winded here, let's go over the G major scale in sixths really slow, out of time, and then we're going to dive into this exercise at 70 beats per minute and then 120 beats per minute, okay? So here is the note that we're kind of starting on. We're doing our low G on that low E string, skipping up to that E, 2nd fret of the D. So those are all of the sixth shapes that we're working with in this exercise, and we're taking this exercise up like I just played it and then back down. Forgot to show you that one. Excuse me. And then we end on the G note. So you'll notice there's a lot going on there. Feel free to pause the video right now, get those shapes under your fingers, and then kind of incorporate this into your practice slowly. I remember when I first started doing this kind of exercise that I could only get maybe 3 or 4 of the sixth shapes at a time. So kind of like... And if that's all you can do, just work with that for a little while until you can work that exercise all the way up the neck and back down again. Like I said, this is really going to improve your right hand accuracy. We're doing everything with a down-up stroke here. So that may feel awkward for skipping a string, right? Usually we're used to playing like notes on 2 adjacent strings. So that might feel a little awkward. Definitely focus on doing a down-up on all of these sixths. And then the fingerings that I use in my left hand, I'll admit, they're a bit arbitrary. I kind of choose to use my pinky sometimes, and then other times I shift up into a shape. Kind of find what works best for you, or try to find all of the different ways that you can play this exercise, because you never know, depending on the type of musical passage you're playing, when you're going to need to use, you know, say a ring and a pinky versus a middle and a ring finger. So you can kind of experiment with shifting and doing those fingerings in your own way, but my way, I think, is a good way to kind of just start doing this type of exercise. Now, for all you intermediate and advanced players out there who are kind of getting bored with this exercise already, run it through all 12 keys. I like to start on the key of G and then work backwards through the circle of fifths. So that's a great way to kind of employ this exercise and get, you know, the most bang for your buck out of it. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this version of the exercise at 70 beats per minute, and then we'll notch that tempo up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, my friend, that was it for the slow version. Are you ready? Buckle up. Let's dive in at 120 beats per minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, music maker, that is it for the string skipping exercise. If you had some trouble keeping up with me on some of those, don't hesitate to use that gear icon below and slow the video down to a tempo that's more appropriate for where you're at right now. Or if you need some time in the practice room, just working with a few of those shapes at a time, that's no big deal either. Go ahead, pause the video, and work on the shapes that you need to work on to get the most out of this exercise. You shouldn't ever feel pressured to kind of dive in and ingest this whole thing all at once. I just wanted to show you what the possibilities are. Okay, my friend, before we get out of here, if you haven't had a chance, hit that subscribe button below and leave us a comment. Let us know if sixths are something you use in your playing, and if not, how challenging you might find this exercise, okay? I'm really interested to see what you think out there. It's been great hanging out with you for this lesson, my friend. Can't wait to see you in the next video, all right? Take it easy.